Welcome to ComedyMX's Cartoon Classics channel. Binge out on the animated Superman, Popeye, Bugs Bunny and Friends, Technicolor classic tunes, animators UB Iwerks and Max Fleischer, Mickey Mouse, Betty Boop, and all your cartoon favorites.
And now stand by for adventure.
3, 2, 1.
In the exciting story of Firewater. Far out in space, 3 cargo ships from Jupiter wing their way to a distant galaxy. Suddenly, passing the volcanic world of Thor, they're caught in a violent eruption. The ships are gone without a trace. The terrible space storms of Thor have struck again. But now, in the Wonder Rocket Travel Lab, Colonel Bleep, Squeek and Scratch are on their way to survey and chart the exact position of this treacherous planet on a map. A space map for safer space travel. On his visoscreen, the Colonel briefs his crew. Immediately following the next eruption, the Travel Lab will zoom in on Thor. A spray of water from the forward guns will protect the ship from the planet's blazing heat as they make a low-altitude run to survey Thor's exact position. But they must speed off to safety before the next space storm erupts. Unknown to Bleep and his crew, however, the wicked Doctor Destructo is already at work on a treacherous plot to send the Travel Lab to a fiery doom. If this culprit has his way, the spray guns on the Colonel's rocket will not be filled with water at all, but with highly inflammable rocket fuel. They will all be lost in a blazing inferno. Now back aboard the Travel Lab, Bleep spots an approaching space tanker. According to plan, the traveling laboratory will take on the water supply for its spray guns in a mid-space cargo transfer from such a craft. But Bleep is unaware that this spaceship is not the water-carrying tanker. No, indeed. This cargo ship is filled to the brim with highly inflammable rocket fuel. And the pilot is the evil Doctor Destructo himself.
Prepare for contact, Travel Lab.
Sizzling satellites? This is terrible. Scratch is opening the intake valve on the reservoir tanks. In seconds, they'll be filled with explosive rocket fuel. Don't turn that nozzle, Scratch! Don't do it! Stop! Stop! It's too late. He's turning it on. But wait, what's he doing now? Great galaxies, he's filling his drinking cup first.
Oh.
That's not water. Scratch knows something is terribly wrong. Quickly, the caveman ties a knot in the end of the snorkel hose. Now, as Destructo pumps the explosive fuel through the hose, it's trapped inside. Bigger and bigger the hose swells until inside the tanker, Destructo sneers with glee. The gauge of his cargo tank reads empty. The villain is sure the deadly load has been transferred to the Travel Lab. So away he speeds. But the spaceman and his deputies have the last laugh this time. Now Squeak takes careful aim. Scratch loads the forward launching tube. Destructo's plan has gone wrong, and you can be sure he's pretty burned up about it.
Ready? Aim! Fire!
And now stand by for adventure.
3, 2, 1.
In the exciting story of the Ghastly Ghost. The stars of the heavens twinkle softly this night. All is peaceful throughout the universe. Then, suddenly, a speeding object streaks towards the Earth, heading straight for the island base of Colonel Bleep. Instantly, the searching eye of the Colonel's roto-scanner spots the approaching invader. Red alert! Red alert! Prepare for attack! But wait, the saucer streaks right past 00 Island. All clear! All clear! Danger is past! But is the danger past? Colonel Bleep is not so sure, for there was something very familiar about that mysterious flying object. Through his powerful scanner, Bleep continues to track the saucer, watching it finally dip to Earth at the base of the giant pyramids of Egypt, some 3,000 miles away. Now the Colonel knows that the danger is only beginning, for this is the sinister flying saucer of Doctor Destructo, master criminal of outer space. Yes, Destructo has come to Earth to rob the treasure-rich tombs of the ancient Egyptian rulers. Quickly, the Doctor's trained baboons begin the plunder, bringing load after load of the precious treasure from the first pyramid to their wicked master. Already, however, Bleep and his trusty space deputies are on their way with a plan to catch the thieving villains by surprise. Now only 2 pyramids remain untouched, but which will Destructo rob next? The Colonel knows they must watch both, and so he sends Squeek and Scratch to guard the first, while Bleep prepares to protect the second pyramid. The trap is set. Now they can only wait. But unknown to Bleep and his friends, Destructo's sly baboons have figured out Bleep's plan. Disguised as mummies, these terrible creatures are already watching the puppet and caveman's every move. No one to stop them now. The wicked baboons scoop up the treasure and run. But look, it's another mummy. A giant mummy. Even Destructo shakes with fright. Then flees for his very life just as fast as his saucer can carry him. But now, the giant mummy turns to Bleep. Here it comes! Run, Colonel! Run! But Colonel Bleep is laughing so hard he can't even move. And no wonder. Just look at that giant mummy now. It's actually only little Squeak riding piggyback on good old Scratch. Yes, the night had ended on a laugh, and in no time at all, the Egyptian treasure was safely back in place. So, once again, Doctor Destructo has learned that trickery does not pay. For this time, his trick had come back to haunt him. And now, stand by for adventure.
3, 2, 1.
In the exciting story of the Greedy Gorilla. The space lanes of the universe are filled with flying craft of every description. Heavy cargo cruisers speed from planet to planet. Long-range cruisers streak through the galaxy turnpike, while long space trains depart on split-second schedules at Space Station X1, crossroads of the universe. Indeed, the spaceships of the galaxies are marvels of the space age. But in all the universe, there is no spacecraft which can compare with Colonel Bleep's Wonder Rocket, the Travel Lab, flagship of the Interplanetary Space Command, the biggest, fastest, most powerful spaceship of them all.
Yes, Grizzo. Bleep's Wonder Rocket is the most powerful spaceship of all now. But this super strong plutonic time bomb will soon blow the Travel Lab to smithereens. Listen, Grizzo. Listen to my plan.
Great galaxies, the evil villain and his grisly gorilla are planning to plant that terrible time bomb aboard the Colonel's super spaceship. Bleep, Squeek, and Scratch are in terrible danger, yet completely unaware of Destructo's wicked scheme. At this very moment, the unsuspecting spaceman sits in the pilot cabin, skillfully guiding the mighty rocket along its course, while Space Deputy Scratch mans the power controls in response to the Colonel's command. And there's little Squeak, hard at work in the galley, preparing supper for the hungry crew. Just look at that luscious chocolate pie he's placed by the galley porthole to cool.
Yes, Grizzo, just look at that pie. It's the perfect hiding place for our deadly time bomb. It will never be found there until it's too late. Off you go, Grizzo. Straight for the Travel Lab.
Sizzling Saturn, there he goes. The Travel Lab is doomed. In only minutes, Destructo's trained gorilla arrives unseen alongside the Wonder Rocket. Quickly, the beast hides the deadly time bomb inside the chocolate pie. Look, the wicked deed is done. Squeak has taken the chocolate pie inside the Travel Lab, and the bomb is inside the pie. But now, as Grizzo turns to flee, the puppet places still another luscious pie near the very same porthole. And this one is covered with scrumptious coconut.
Coconut. That's me favorite food.
In a flash, the gorilla steals Squeak's second pie. But wait, that isn't a second pie at all. It's the very same chocolate pie that contains Destructo's deadly bomb. Little Squeak only removed the chocolate pie from the porthole long enough to add the coconut topping. And that's the very same pie Grizzo has now. A short time later, Destructo greets his returning henchman.
Good boy, Grizzo. The bomb is set to explode in just 3 seconds. Bleep's wonder rocket will be destroyed forever.
That's great, boss. Then we can celebrate with a big slice of this delicious coconut pie.
And that's the story of how little Squeak lost a coconut pie and saved a spaceship, thanks to a greedy gorilla who was gone on coconut.